Hey, my Renaissance men and women, welcome back to the channel. We have a very interesting video for you guys today. It's a few clips from my last video, which was a Bigfoot hotspot on Harrison Lake there or whatever. If you guys haven't watched that video, please go back and watch it, and you can see the clips and see the Sasquatch activity we had in that area. So I feel that I have 100% authentic video of an alien walking through the water, or it could be swimming. I'm still not sure. That part of the lake is a bit shallow, so I will play just the parts of the alien in the water, walking or swimming. That's what we're going to go over in this video. I want to give a shout out to Brittany out of Alaska. She is the subscriber that pointed this out to me. She pointed it out that there was a creature. Well, I knew there was a creature walking or swimming from the beginning, but she pointed it out like that this thing is probably an alien for sure. The creepiest part is that the thing was staring at me the whole time while it was walking in the water. When I seen that, it kind of gave me cold chills that I noticed its eyes were just locked on me the whole time. If you guys go over this video, and if any of you guys have the equipment to go over this video and maybe capture some better stills, I did the best I could, and Brittany did a great job getting some good still photos, but I would like more people to go over this, so feel free to share this video around. I don't know, there's people like Thinker Thunker out there, different channels like that, maybe that could break this down a little better. If you guys want to share it to those guys, I don't personally know these other channels, but feel free to do that. Okay, we're going to go over the video in its entirety. I'm not going to talk or anything. I'm just going to let it play. It's original. Okay, I went away from the water a little bit. Like I said, we're on Harrison Lake. What the hell is that? Looks like something swimming in the water. See a head or something up bobbing around there, but there's no people over there. That's what I was looking at, that little round thing in the center of the screen in the water there. Looks like a head. It's probably just a log. There's a lot of there's actually a lot of logging camps and stuff around this lake, so let's see if it passes that other log. Oh yeah, I wonder if that is a human swimming, or that other log. I don't know what the fuck that is. I'll keep my eyes on it. There are seals in here too at sometimes. The seals will swim all the way from the ocean up through the rivers, and then they'll jump into these lakes. It's amazing how far. I'm really curious to what that is. It's definitely moving. Here you can clearly see the outline of the eyes and the mouth in this picture. Here the creature's head is tilted and you can see both of its eyes. It really resembles like a praying mantis type of looking alien in this picture. Here's another good one done by Brittany in Alaska. This one you can clearly see the almond-shaped eyes, and it really resembles just your typical gray alien. These have to be my two favorite ones. You can clearly see the head crest here. And in this other one, you can clearly see the eyeballs. The mouth is under the water in both of these photos. I'm not sure if these things can breathe under the water or what, but you can see the nice head crest and the bulbous head here, and it's the same as any alien you would see. Like, just check out this picture. It's almost identical to what you would see on television or someone's sketch of an alien. Also, I wanted to search any UFO sightings on Harrison Lake, and I actually found 2 that were reported on a website called ufohunters.com. Here I have the 2 encounters and where our camp was located. They're literally in the exact same area on the lake. As you can see here, I marked out where our camp is located in the video. And here's the first UFO sighting that was recorded on Tuesday, the 11th, September 2018. And if you go on ufohunters.com, you can actually click on it and view the sighting and stuff. I didn't really get too involved in it. Here's the second sighting, Saturday the 16th, June 2018. Right next to the first one. And I'm sure there's been a lot more than 2 there. They just haven't been reported. I personally wouldn't report a UFO sighting to anyone. Something else I want to mention, it seems weird that I would do this, but while watching this, I said that I would keep my eyes on it and keep watching and see where it went or whatever, but something did happen. I just stopped paying attention to it, which is totally not me. I would not stop paying attention to something like this for no reason. I'm not sure why I stopped. Someone else mentioned in the comments that maybe there was some sort of memory loss could have happened to me at the time period of this. Here's a little clip of me trying to gather my thoughts because I couldn't even remember where I left off at that point. Where was I? Harrison Lake, yes. So Harrison Lake, I've had one of my encounters on Harrison Lake. Also, I'd like to share a really close personal friend of mine's a story. I got him to write me. He wants to stay anonymous right now, so I'm going to respect that. I do want to share some more things he has to offer, but he's just not comfortable sharing his name and stuff at this point. I'm hoping that later on he will go forward with that, and I want to thank him for sharing this with me and all you guys. So one thing I did tell him that the subscribers and stuff to the channel, it's a great support system, so I'm hoping that later on you guys can get in touch with him and maybe communicate back with him and give him some support like you have with me with the channel. And thank you all again for your support. So I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go ahead with his story now. Growing up, even from my earliest memories, laying in bed, I always had the same dreams all the way up until an adult. Shadowy figures all of a sudden be standing all around in my room. I could never make out their faces, but I knew they were there. I always felt terrified, and then I would wake up and it was morning. I just assumed they were reoccurring bad dreams and never thought much also about them. I was adopted, so I never met my blood side of the family up until I was in my 20s. Once I met them and really got to know a few of them, they started asking me if I have ever seen a UFO or think that I've been abducted. Most of my cousins had had the same dreams as I did growing up, and a few saw much more than just shadowy figures. A few of them could remember being taken by little short humanoid creatures with bulbous heads and black eyes. The night of my 30th birthday, I was sitting alone on my couch watching TV thinking, getting old sucks. Here I am on my 30th watching TV alone. I was sitting with my legs stretched out, and I looked at the clock and I remember reading 12:03. I blinked, and before my eyes were open, a flood of images and memories came to me. Little gray aliens standing in front of the couch staring at me. Me struggling to free my mind from his gasp. Fragments of images from being on a ship on a metal table. Opening my eyes after what seemed to be a normal blink, it was 3:47, and I was in a completely different position, facing a different direction on the couch, with an intense pain in my lower back. I jumped up and looked in the mirror where the pain was coming from, only to see 2 rows of 6 perfect red dots on my lower back. They looked like burn marks of some kind. They were perfectly spaced apart, which all disappeared the next day when the pain stopped. A few years later, at a wedding reception at my family's house, I was left in the backyard alone for an hour or so at midnight while my cousins went for more beers. When they came back, there was no sign of me to be found inside or outside the house. Then, after they did a thorough check of the house, they came into the backyard, and I just appeared in the room they had just been in. I had no memory from the time they left to the time I appeared in the room they had just checked, and almost 2 hours had passed. Thanks again, Anonymous, for sharing that all with us today. We really appreciate it, and we really want to hear more from you, and hopefully you open up and share some more with us here on the channel. I had Anonymous do a quick sketch of the red dots. There was 12 dots in total, 2 rows of 6. Here's his sketch. When I seen this, it reminded me of an encounter that I've read about. Stan Michalak, he was abducted May long weekend of 1968. It's actually one of the most famous alien abduction stories in Canada. Here's a couple pictures of his burn marks, and they look very similar to what happened to Anonymous. And there's no shortages of these types of dots showing up on abductees. Take a look. Stan Michalak's abduction was in the Valken Lake Woods in Manitoba. If you guys want to check out that story, just give it a quick Google, and pretty interesting stuff. We'll leave a link to the book about Stan Michalak, When They Appeared, in the description. I just want to make one thing clear. I said story at first. This is his abduction stories. He's been being abducted for his entire life. He still gets abducted to this day. I trust this guy with my life, and this abduction story is 100% legit. I can tell you that right now. Anybody that knows me knows that I would not fabricate this. This is a 100% real story from a very close friend of mine. I really don't know what else to say about this video. I was not expecting to capture this at all. Sure, Sasquatch stuff happens quite frequently with us when we're out camping, but filming this was not expected at all. I never meant for this channel to go down this road. It just kind of happened naturally, which is another really strange thing. But anyway, that's all I really got for you guys. I am heading back to this location where this happened very soon. It will probably be our next video, so stay tuned. We're going to keep you guys up to date and our plans for this this whole thing that's happening. It's totally mind-blowing to me, but thank you all for watching. Cheers for now.